Here are my Week 3 power rankings. After 2 weeks, we are coming out of the fog, and light is shining on some teams. The top 3 have not changed, not sure they will for a while. No big risers or fallers this week. We are not going to have knee-jerk reactions here. If we entertain and provide informative content, like and subscribe to this channel. Number 1. Philadelphia Eagles. No change from last week. 2-0. They are the champs, and they are still undefeated. The Chiefs' game was closer than the score indicates. Number 2. Buffalo Bills. No change from last week. 2-0. Another dominate performance. James Cook is not looking lethargic like some holdouts. Number 3. Baltimore Ravens. No change from last week. 1-1. High-powered offense was not slowed down by the Browns. Number 4. Green Bay Packers. Last week 2-0. They controlled the entire game against the Commanders. Number 5. Los Angeles Rams. Last week 2-0. Handled their business against the Titans. 6. Kansas City Chiefs. Last week 0-2. The game flipped on the interception in the end zone. They don't have a running game, and their offense has very little room for error until they get their receivers back. Number 7. Detroit Lions. Last week 1-1. Offensive explosion. Is Detroit that good, or Chicago that bad? Number 8. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last week 2-0. Solid win for the Bucs. Number 9. Los Angeles Chargers. Last week 1-0. Solid win for the Chargers. Not ready to crown them. They're still the Chargers. Number 10. San Francisco 49ers. Last week 2-0. The walking wounded held off the Saints. Number 11. Houston Texans. Last week 7-0. They are still working out things with that O-line. Number 12. Cincinnati Bengals. Last week 2-0. They won, but they lost Joe Burrow for 3 months. Let's see how far Jake Browning will take them. Number 13. Washington Commanders. Last week 1-1. They were dominated by the Packers, but that may become a common thing for Packer opponents. Number 14. Pittsburgh Steelers. Last week 1-1. Aaron Rodgers' debut was a success. I sure hope they get this guy a running game. Number 15. Minnesota Vikings. Last week 1-1. J.J. McCarthy did not put things together in the fourth quarter for the win. Number 16. Dallas Cowboys. Last week 1-1. They won an overtime shootout against the Giants, who could not score the week before. Allowing Russell Wilson to throw for 450 yards is not a good sign. Number 17. Las Vegas Raiders. Last week 1-1. The Raiders may be on their way to being a functional team. Number 18. New England Patriots. Last week 1-1. Vrabel has some building to do. Number 19. New York Jets. Last week 0-2. Waiting to see what happens with Justin Fields. I want to see if the light bulb is turning on. 20. Jacksonville Jaguars. Last week 1-1. Jacksonville still has a lot of questions after beating the Panthers. Number 21. Atlanta Falcons. Last week 1-1. They looked very impressive against a rookie quarterback. I am just as impressed with the offense. 22. Denver Broncos. Last week 1-1. Bo Nix did not look good. His defense really came to the rescue. 23. Arizona Cardinals. Last week 2-0. Arizona dominated New Orleans as they should have. Number 24. Seattle Seahawks. Last week 1-1. They still need some pieces, especially along the O-line, to challenge the Niners and the Rams. Number 25. Indianapolis Colts. Last week 2-0. Need more data to know what to make of these guys. 26. Cleveland Browns, last week 20, 0 and 2. If they can get some decent quarterback play, they are going to surprise people. 27. Chicago Bears, last week 21, 0 and 2. Caleb Williams looked better, but let's not make too many judgments after week 1. 28. New York Giants, last week 28, 0 and 2. Russell Wilson can still throw that moon ball. Number 29. Tennessee Titans, last week 29, 0 and 2. Cam Ward has some promise. He needs some help from his receivers. 30. New Orleans Saints, last week 30, 0 and 2. They put up a fight against the Niners. They just are not very good. Number 31. Carolina Panthers, last week 32, 0 and 2. Bryce Young needs to put together for more than a few games before I can become a believer. Number 32. Miami Dolphins, last week 31, 0 and 2. It's definitely time to trade Tyreek Hill.